Just in time for strawberry season, I have this delicious and simple strawberry cupcake. It has strawberries in the batter as well as in the frosting, and I think you guys are really gonna love it. I'm starting off by cutting up 2 cups of strawberries. Should be able to get about 2 cups of diced strawberry from a pint or a quart container, and you wanna have extra anyway. So go out and get a quart of strawberries, dice them up, pretty small. These are like 1/4 of an inch diced. Then get together all your ingredients. It's pretty simple, straightforward cupcake / muffin batter. 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then just for a little extra tenderness, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of cake flour. So it's a little bit of extra tenderness, but I didn't want it so delicate that I used all cake flour, so it's a little bit of a mix. A teaspoon of kosher salt and a tablespoon of baking powder. Whisk everything really well to combine. And you can set that aside for a sec. This recipe calls for 3 large eggs and 1 egg white, and it's for a pretty similar reason. The egg white isn't as rich or as heavy, so it adds lightness and leavening to the cupcake without adding density. So you still do want some of the egg yolks, but this one has 1 additional white. So the white can go directly into the bowl, and then the yolk you can save for something else. An egg wash on a future pie? I'm not exactly sure, but go ahead and save it anyway. In this mixer, I have 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and to that add 2 1/4 cups of granulated sugar and beat until creamy. Obviously, you can do this with a hand mixer. Most of our recipes can be done with a hand mixer or by hand if you're really, really ambitious. But you want to beat this until light and fluffy. And obviously, the more tempered your butter is, the quicker that will happen. We usually say about 2 minutes, and that's generally about the right amount of time. You want to just make sure that your sugar is actually dissolved into the butter and that the mixture should feel relatively smooth and look really nice and light. Meanwhile, I need 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. I'm just going to measure that into my 1 cup of milk. That way you can add them all at the same time. Just makes it easier. I do this all the time, or sometimes I add it to the eggs. It's much less awkward than measuring it directly into the mixer. Keep beating. You're probably going to want to scrape down the bowl. I feel like I have a tendency to stop the beating long before I really should, and proper creaming adds tenderness and loft to your baked goods, so you really shouldn't skimp on this step. So then what you do is you add your eggs. If you've cracked your eggs into a measuring cup or a bowl like I have, they should basically drop 1 at a time out of the bowl, which is really convenient for adding eggs 1 at a time, which is how we recommend doing it for proper incorporation. I'm going to scrape down now because a lot of the butter and sugar mixture is sticking to the sides of the bowl. And the mixing is the most important part of this process for making the cake properly. So do right by your cake. Having all of your ingredients at room temperature and at the same temperature is also really important for getting the best texture in your cake. So take the time to do that as well if you can. Then what you want to do is add your dry ingredients in 3 batches and your milk in 2 batches, and you alternate for proper best practices. Let's just say that. And then the final batch of dry ingredients. This is a standard 12-cup muffin tin lined with cupcake liners. Oh, before I do anything, I have to add my strawberries. Add your 2 cups of strawberries. I do this on the machine, but you can just stir them in. Don't overmix the strawberries once you've added them, because you don't want them to break down into the batter. Strawberries have a lot of moisture, and you don't want too much of that moisture going out into the batter before it starts baking. So anyway, I would just take it off the mixer then and give it a nice stir to make sure the strawberries are fully distributed throughout the batter so it's nice and even. and then fill your muffin liners about 2/3 of the way. Depending on the size of your scoop, it could be about 2 scoops. This recipe makes about 24 cupcakes, so great for a party. Summer party season is upon us, so get out this recipe and bring it to all your backyard barbecues. During different seasons, try different fruits. So you could do peach or nectarine or even plum in replacement of these strawberries, and I think it would be really tasty. So have your oven at 350 degrees and get the cupcakes in. They need to bake until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. That'll take about 20 minutes. Let your cupcakes cool before you frost them, and I'm using a delicious strawberry buttercream. Both these recipes are on the website, so you can look them up or use your favorite buttercream. I'm piping mine on because I think it's cute that way, but you can certainly spread it with a little offset spatula if you want to. You could also use whipped cream on top of this, which I think would be really delicious because it would taste a lot like strawberry shortcake, which is one of my favorite desserts, so you could give that a try if you wanted to. Something that you like, whatever your favorite frosting is. I mean, not the can. Don't buy the strawberry can frosting, all right? Don't do that to yourselves. All right, fine, if that's what you like, but just say, I just know that I told you not to use it. For extra cuteness, you can garnish with a piece of strawberry if you'd like, or a whole strawberry if they're small. Mine are kind of big, so I'm only using a piece. And there you have it. Extremely cute and delicious strawberry cupcakes to enjoy all summer long. If you like recipes like this and you want more, make sure to click like and subscribe because we have plenty more where this came from.